A Bahamian woman who contributed nearly half a century to education is honored in a way that her legacy will live on forever. The public school system has produced some of the brightest minds in the country. Many who have passed through the system have gone on to achieve great success, including holding the highest elected office in the country. So the government is now honoring the men and women whose work in the classroom has changed and impacted so many lives. The latest honoree, a woman who gave 45 years as a teacher at the Bimini All-Age School. Yesterday, the school was renamed in her honor. Shanique Miller has more on the renaming ceremony of the Bimini All-Age School.
It's the country's gateway and one of the smallest land masses in the Bahamas. But there was once a woman whose commitment and hard work as a teacher at the Bimini All-Age School was much larger than the two streets that make up the island.
Greatness often emerges from small communities. Neither geographic size nor square mileage will ultimately determine the scope of your success in this country, your success in life. Instead, success is determined by the boldness of one's vision, the broadness of one's imagination, the depths of one's conviction, and the strength of one's character.
On Friday, residents, former students, former principals, present students, and others joined with the Prime Minister, Minister of Education Desmond Bannister, and Area Member of Parliament Obi Wilshcombe to pay tribute to the life that touched so many others. Bimini's native daughter, Louise McDonald. Prime Minister Ingram, while addressing residents and the student body, encouraged them to look at the inspiring story that was McDonald's life and told them it can be their story too.
In the Bahamas, it's the largeness of one's spirit, not the size of the island, the key or the settlement where you are born to live, being born or where you live, that determines the contributions you can make to the broader Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Louise McDonald is such an example, and so am I. From a small community of Cooperstown, Abaco, I rose to the highest elected office in the land, and so can you.
Even as an official plaque revealed the permanent name change from Bimini All-Age to the Louise McDonald High School, Education Minister Desmond Bannister recalled how he too was impacted by McDonald. The minister was one of her students.
Mrs. McDonald could be described as the Mother Teresa of teaching profession in her time. She was the kind of teacher that a young primary school student needed in order to overcome the inescapable fear of a new school in a new place when I enrolled as a student here in Bimini. My teacher, Mrs. McDonald, consoled me and showed me that there was nothing to be afraid of. I was among friends. That is the kind of teacher that impacts a student for life.
And impact she did. Not just in the classroom, the entire campus benefited as mother, choir director, mentor, advisor, lunch lady, and janitor when needed. Other students of note, Bishop Neil Ellis. Area Member of Parliament Obi Wilshcombe says the honor is something the entire community supports.
Let us remember the words of Martin Luther King that service is not about all the qualifications you have. It's about that burning desire in your soul and that love in your heart.
Louise McDonald High School, ushering a new era in the life of the 100-year-old campus. Shanique Miller, 7S News.